Oh God, Elena! A parting gift. You stand no chance without it.
Former number 2. She is known as Quicksword Elena for her power to fully awaken her sword arm, yet control it in making near unpredictable attacks.
I find it equally impressive that even after slaying a Yoma at such close proximity, there's not a drop of blood on her. Her rank as number 2 is unquestioned.
She, along with Sophia, Noelle, and Priscilla, were assigned to an execution team led by Priscilla, an event that lost her left arm and made her go into hiding. Years later, Elena saves Claire from an awakened Ophelia and tries to teach her the quicksword.
Your swordsmanship has potential. I imagine your ranking must be in the single digits. The former number 2. Quicksword Elena.
Appearance. Elena had long, pale hair. In the anime, it was silver. She had the same hair as Galatea and Audrey, who were number 3 in their respective generations, an aquiline nose, and elf-like ears, similar to those of Cassandra, Ophelia or Queenie. She had silver eyes, as with all claymores, and wore the standard uniform. She often wore a calm expression on her face. Personality. Elena was a calm, calculating, and intelligent claymore. She was an excellent strategist. This was perfect for one who wielded the quicksword technique, which requires the user to have absolute control over her emotions and to suppress them to the point of non-existence. As a result, Irene seemed cold and emotionless, but only outwardly, as she later admitted to Claire that she envied Teresa for having found someone to love and be loved by.
Teresa died protecting the only person who loved her and the only one she loved in return.
Her mentor had instructed that she suppress her emotions when training the advanced sword style. She also displayed a fear of dying by deserting the organization after losing her arm to Priscilla. However, she was not afraid to sacrifice herself and was a survivor, as shown when she gave her remaining arm to Claire, stating that she did not have as much use for it as Claire certainly would.
That arm is your one and only path to the quicksword. I'm no longer a warrior, so you have more need for it than I. May it bring you better luck. It has been a very long time since I've needed it.
She was also willing to accept her execution at the hands of Rafaela for her desertion. Abilities. Elena's trademark technique is a sword-swinging ability so fast that it is impossible to follow with the unaided eye. This is done by channeling all of one's yoki into one arm, essentially awakening that arm, while preventing the rest of the body from doing so. It is dangerous to use, as the natural instinct is to release yoki throughout the body, and requires extreme concentration at all times to control the awakened arm while fighting. Elena's calm and composed personality was key in her success. She could perform this technique so well that she never showed any signs of fatigue or bodily strain, and so quickly that enemies wouldn't even see her draw her sword. This skill, though similar to the wind cutter, requires a massive yoki release, being capable of higher damage but less accuracy. Elena showed skill in sensing yoki when she identified Priscilla's state of yoki release, and, in order to stay in hiding, she displayed a talent of suppressing her own yoki over prolonged periods of time. She tracked down Claire, having sensed a familiar yoki within her, that being Teresa's flesh and blood within Claire.
I was lured here by the presence of something familiar, but both of you are strangers to me.
The list. Number 1, Irene is a feminine proper name, from the Greek, eirenet, meaning peace, perhaps alluding to her calm attitude or the fact that she withdrew herself from battle for a long period of time. Number 2, it was heavily implied she was killed by Rafaela, but it's revealed in the final chapter that she was spared and partially regenerated her arms over 7 years. Number 3, Irene is also a name of the goddess of peace, of early Christian saints, and of an 8th century Byzantine empress. Number 4, while Flora would put her hand on her sword's hilt for her wind cutter technique and Claire needs to visibly draw her sword to use the quicksword effectively, Elena at her fastest doesn't even appear to be moving. 1 second, an enemy is there, and the next second, it's in pieces. Number 5. The other version of the character name, Elena, may be a variant of Ileana, a princess in Romanian folklore, who was rescued by a knight from a monster. Ileana itself is a variant of Helen. Elena is not a real elf, but she does have this air around her that makes her appear very elf-like, something that sets her apart from other claymores. Her ears, flowing platinum hair, personality, and the fact that you just can't seem to argue with her help a lot. Number 7. On Claymore Databook, her ratings are Yoki, A. Agility, A. Muscular Strength, B. Spirit, A+, Perception, B. Leadership, A. Number 8. Irene, Irena, Elena, Eileen, depending on who's translating. While Irene is popular amongst the fans, the official translations ultimately went with Elena. Number 9. Ilena's Japanese voice actress is Minami Takayama, and her English voice actress is Wendy Powell, also voiced Envy in Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood and Mikuro in Yu Yu Hakusho. Number 10. So far, Elena's face has showed 3 expressions: angry or frustrated for when she's in battle, slightly pleased in her final scenes where she gives Claire her right arm, and for all other times, completely blank. Elena's has a song on the Claymore Intimate Persona CD called Shipu. This can either mean suppress or hurricane. Both meanings appropriate for Irene. In the Viz manga translation and English dub of the anime, Irene is known as Elena. Not to be confused with Elena. To know more about the world of Claymore, please visit the link below.